Welcome everyone to the Definitive Crusade. I'm your host, joining the machine, Hughes, and joining myself and Matthew this week. Look at that dabbing. Check that out. That is so 2019.
I know, right?
We have Freyja
like
back.
2017.
Freyja!
Hi.
Welcome back.
I know. It's great to be back sometimes.
Yeah, say like you mean it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Yeah. All right. So this time around, we've got four books to look at from a range of different points of views and creators. I think is pretty much safe to say.
You changed the camera view. Now everyone can see my room, and I'm immediately went, "Oh God, hide everything."
There you go. Is that better for you?
That
Yeah.
makes me feel better. I've been cleaning and switching things around, so my room is kind of a mess, which is why I like the backdrop here.
So
that's why I do VTubing.
Right.
And that's why I never changed the room. Yay!
Hey!
All right, okay. There you got a peek behind the wizard's curtain there. Well done. All right, so first book up. We're going to go with a new Black Label book. This time around, it is not, surprise, the Bat that's getting the love this time. It is, in fact, Superman. So let me go through the creators before we go through this. So this is Superman versus Lobo, book 1 under the Black Label. It's written by Tim Seeley and Sarah Beattie, art by Mirko Andolfo, colors by Arif Prianto, and letters by Fabio Amelia. Check that out. All right, so Matthew.
Yep. So
this was your call, so take it away, sir.
It was. So Superman versus Lobo. As we know, Superman is the quote unquote lone survivor of Krypton, and Lobo is the main man, the lone survivor of his world as well, which I can't pronounce for some reason. But these two eventually go head to head. It starts out with Superman being on Earth, and he's working in the Daily Planet, and he gets a call about, there's an emergency signal out somewhere, and he's like, I'm on it, and he rushes to go to the scene. Martian Manhunter messaged him, was like, hey, there's a distress call. He rushes out, goes to the scene where Lobo just happened.
Is that your best Martian Manhunter impression?
It wasn't really an impression. It was a bit like, let me get this.
It's not California, dude. Imagine the Martian Manhunter. Dude, there's like something in the sky, dude. You gotta do something, dude.
Bro, there's like a gnarly, wicked wave out in space, bro. You need to go check it out.
Oh, no.
Cowabunga, dude.
He is green. He could be eternal. You never know. But anyways, Superman rushes out to this planet, and while he's there, there's a catastrophe going on, and it switches over to Lobo's point of view. And Lobo immediately is like, I'm on vacation. Come on. Fill up my drink. And someone's like, there's a catastrophe going on. And rocks fall. He loses an arm. It regenerates because Lobo is essentially immortal. Let's see. Next point of view. Then we find out there's kind of like in the very beginning of the book, like the first page, it talked about the bringing forth of this new being, Newman. And that's what's currently going on this planet is Newman is attacking everything and going wild. And through Superman and Lobo, they end up, quote unquote, saving everything. They got rid of it. Superman goes back to Earth, and I'm giving the very generic rundown. There's a lot more going on. This is a very large book. There's a lot of reading, but Superman goes back to Earth. Lobo's essentially pissed off at Superman for ruining his vacation, and so he's starting this trend where he's like, no thanks, Superman. I'm going to run everything into the ground. I'm going to ruin Superman's image, when all of a sudden, look who appears other than Newman. Dun, dun, dun. He's very small now. And he explains to Superman and Lobo, he's like, yeah, when I was large, I was in a lot of pain. I lost my mind. And I just want to say thank you to each of you for essentially bringing me back back to my sanity, bringing me back to my sane form. And he's explaining all this to him. And he's like, so in order to thank you, I brought your worlds back. Superman of what's Lobo's world's name? It's like
Let me have a look, because I pronounce it slightly different, as you'd expect. Let's see, I can't find it. Is it Caesarean? Caesarean? That's how we should go with it.
We'll go with that, Caesarean. He goes, Superman of Caesarean and Lobo of Krypton, I've brought your worlds back from the dead and everyone's back to life. Ha ha! Go back to your worlds. And he warps them away, but he sends Superman to Lobo's world and Lobo to Superman's world.
Yeah, it gets all Freaky Friday.
Oh, Freaky Friday. It's a big old switcheroo. So, like I said, that's the essential rundown. There's a lot in the book. There's a lot of information. There's a few funny parts, like how Lobo essentially gets rid of Newman the first time is he takes a sign and gives it a nice old shove up the rump and makes him fly off somewhere. That's how they got rid of him.
It's that type of humor.
Yeah. Well, it's Lobo. What do you expect?
Exactly.
A low blow from Lobo.
That's on par for his character.
All right. Okay. So, did you like the art? What did you think of the art?
I love the artwork. I know Freyja will probably have an issue with it, but I didn't really like. For some reason, Superman's design seemed off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed, it looked like he took points out of, if we're to discuss, put it in terms of where I can explain it very well. It looks like he took points out of strength and put them into dexterity from his build. It looks like he lost muscle mass, but leaned down a bit. He also looks older in the face. So there are some
issues.
Some issues that was some artistic liberties that were taken with his design. I thought it just didn't match with my idea of Superman and what he looks like. But other than that, I liked it. I thought it was funny in the beginning where he's running down the stairs and blowing papers out of everyone's hand and he's stripping while he's going. So I thought that was funny.
All right. Okay. Cool.
I thought it was good. I really like Newman because Newman is an actual like real life creature called a water bear, and they kind of touch on that because a water bear is a microscopic organism that can even survive in space. So this is kind of a really cool aspect of introducing the character.
All right. Okay. So, So nature wins out for Matthew. Well done. Kinda.
He says kinda. He's like, wait till I give my opinion.
Well, there is something along those lines coming. Freyja.
Yes.
Are you interested to see a Black Label book featuring Supes? Probably the most non-Black Label character DC have.
I don't know. Superman doesn't really, like you said, he doesn't fit Black Label. Lobo, on the other hand, does.
It's probably why it was a Black Label, is because Lobo.
But was it really?
We haven't really gotten into the normal dark and gritty stuff that I've seen from other Black Label
it's
books.
not even that. It's
go on, Freyja.
favorite
Go on.
thing.
Hold on, let me get to the right page. This is brilliant.
Oh, you were on the right page. Go back.
There it is.
There it is.
This is so
Symbol
mature.
swearing.
This book is so mature that they have decided to take out the swear words
Oh my goodness.
because it's that mature.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know what you.
I didn't even give thought to that. Because at this point, whenever I see like the blanking out, my mind just auto proliferates whatever they're saying in, so I just don't even like register.
Well, that would make sense, but I had no idea what she was even saying.
See, I'm with Freyja on this. If I'm paying top dollar for a book, I want the right words in there. Otherwise, you might as well just leave all the word bubbles blank and I'll just fill out my own words.
Yeah.
It's not write your own book, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I mean, I do like that they're poking fun the fact that Superman can't swear, but then they come in and have symbol swearing for Lois Lane in an 18+ Black Label book. Yeah. So stupid. It's so stupid because nothing else makes, you know, I didn't even know it was Black Label until you said, oh, it's Black Label. And I was like, no, it's not. This is not a Black Label book, people. Don't, if you're, put the swearing in. Don't be afraid of swearing. Jeez. And I'm not swearing right now because we can get in trouble for some things sometimes. And I have a small child living in my house and I don't want to get in trouble.
Mommy, I learned a new word today. What is it? Oh, God.
Where'd you learn that from? Auntie Freyja.
Can you imagine? What does batshit crazy mean?
Yeah, so that's why I sometimes swear and sometimes don't. It's because it's depending on how close the child is to my room. So, but yeah, like this isn't the only time in the book where they have symbol swearing. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Lobo making up his own little swears. That's just Lobo. So that made sense. But I was like, why are they symbol swearing? And then now that I know it's a Black Label book, it just makes it even worse for me. Also, I agree. The book was fun, but I contribute that to Lobo. Superman was Superman. So, I mean, the running through and the whizzing papers thing kind of reminded me of the old Superman movies from like the 80s. I want to say they're from the 80s. That's what it reminded me of. And I like that because that's the Superman that I like. And the only one I like, really. But yeah, Lobo was good. It was fun. The art.
So for those that are kind of wanted before I
knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I just want to inject before we go through and give some more Freyja's comments on the art. Mirko Andolfo is the artist who's been drawing the punchline back up. If you needed any reminders on that one, there you go.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. So
no, I didn't need a reminder.
on with the art. So I agree. I don't know what the crap happened to freaking Soups or Clark. He looks like how to say it nicely.
Looks like a llama. I think he looks like a llama.
He looks like a I'm really trying to figure out the word to say without being completely inappropriate. He looks like a teenage boy masquerading as an adult. He looks like he'd be a bottom.
I mean, he's already a bottom.
So I mean, I don't know. There's something off, and then his face. It's just. I think the fact it's just too long, especially with that like square jaw that they're trying to give. It just.
His head's out of proportion on that.
Yeah, well, not even that. Just if you go to like any of his panels with Superman in it, he has this weird proportions with his face. And I mean, Lobo, it's Lobo, so we don't even think twice. And he got the mutton chops going on in the scruff, so it helps. But like, especially that, what the crap is wrong with his face? It's also his nose is too flat on his face.
His nose is switched in while his chin is elongated.
Yeah, I don't. It just keeps getting in his face. At least it doesn't
like the Crimson Chin from Fairly Odd Parents.
Just not to that super extreme, but yeah. But yeah, so Superman. Every time I saw him, went, "Ugh, what happened to you? What happened to your face?" It's like bad plastic surgery got done. But anyway. But I kind of like green-haired chick. I didn't really pay attention to her name.
I didn't either. She's kind of like a side character scientist that she's just there to observe everything. She specifically stated that she specializes in species that are the last of their kind. So seeing Lobo and Superman on the same day.
See, this is sort of BS. They're not the last of their own species.
I know.
No, they're not.
You've got Crushover in Titans. You've got Supergirl. You've got Kara Zor-El kicking off in Infinite Frontier. You've got Krypto still in the Supergirl book until he dies in about 6 issues time.
Yeah.
So pretty much he is not the last Kryptonian.
No.
That's why I said quote unquote last.
Quote unquote. Yeah. It's
Quote,
like in Dragon Ball Z where they're like, oh, we're the last of our kind, but here's like 50 others that show up randomly throughout the series.
Like
you know.
They're saying.
I know. And I'm like, you're not the last of your kind. You can easily rebuild. I mean, you have 50 people. You don't have to really worry about genetics all that much. But yeah, same thing here. Also, it was very Lobo humor, which kind of feels more like, I want to say teenager humor.
Mhm.
I kind of feel like, but yeah, overall it was fun. Don't go into it expecting like actual Black Label because it's not. It's just, it's a teenage book masquerading as a Black Label book. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. So, when I saw the list of who was creating this, you've got Tim Seeley, you've got Sarah Beatty. Those two are writing a book for Vault Comics called Money Shot, which is extremely funny. Okay. Then you've got Mirka Andolfo, who's absolutely killing it with Sweet Paprika for Image Comics. Makes me wonder why, if you're this great at independent stuff, why you would want to come back and try and do something mainstream. And then when I heard it was a Black Label book, very much like Freyja, the first thing you've kind of got is the fake swearing. And of course, you've got DC standard 9-panel page. I'm like, come on. If you're going to use indie creators to kind of push your characters, at least push them. You want to do something different? You're going to use all this indie wealth of talent. Well, do something different. This is just a lowball book. It's lowball humor. It's slapstick. It has no resonance. I will tell you right now that I absolutely despise Lobo, not for any fault of his own, but he's very much, for me, a product of his time, and that DC needed an anti-hero to rival Wolverine, which is why he's got the stupid hair and the big mutton chops. It's exactly the same. He's got regenerative powers, just like Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know, it is what he is. And you know what? I don't like made-up pop bands, and I don't like made-up just to fit a certain void. You know, if you're going to make something, let's make it organic. How many times have we said that if you're going to try and give us different characters, diverse characters, give us original diverse characters, put the time and the effort in? Lobo, it's lowball humor. And you know what? No. If you're going to give that, at least pay the audience some attention. The swear words aren't particularly bad. I'm not saying every book should have swearing. I'm not saying that at all. But if you're going to advertise as a mature book, then to be fair, you should be able to. And I'll tell you this now, for no free at all, you go and check out Money Shot, and there is swearing, there is sex. It's all in there, right? So if Vault can do it with these creators, why would DC want a watered down version of it?
Because DC makes stupid decisions.
Yeah, well,
a lot for some reason.
Art-wise, I like Sweet Paprika. I think it's a really good, fun book. Very cartoony. I think the more that Andolfo tries to become a little bit mainstream, it falls somewhere along the line. You look at the aliens, like the green-skinned doctor, really good fun. The Newman alien, good fun. When it comes to Superman, as you've already said, it goes a little bit
Weird.
Yeah, not up and away in any shape, way, or form. So no, I'm kind of on the fence. I think if you want a dark Superman story, there's been some really good ones. Superman versus the Elite, for example, much better with a mature idea than this. This is just smashing.
You know what would have been good for Black Label? The Injustice series.
Yes.
Yeah,
because then you do have dark, evil Superman, and he would be killing people, and it would be awesome.
I could see that. Yep.
Yeah.
The problem is they've done that already, though, haven't they? I mean, how different would a Black Label Injustice book have to be? Because you've already got like umpteen volumes of the graphic already out already.
Yeah.
So I get it. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But we've already had like the mainstream DC version. Plus,
What about
in a couple of in about 8 weeks or something crazy like that, we're getting the Injustice cartoon. So
what about Communist Superman? Or the Crime Syndicate.
Yeah, I could see the Crime Syndicate being a Dark Label book.
Mm-hmm.
Black Label book, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, it's not like they don't have, things to pull from to make, Black Label books.
No, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. They have plenty to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So there you go. It's kind of a hit and miss on the Superman book. I think it's pretty much a fair reflection. At least we didn't say the colours were nice.
Well,
on that note, we'll move on to our second book. All right, so this second book, let me bring this up for everyone so they can have a look and see. This is Freyja's Choice. God knows what we've done to deserve this. God. She takes a week off. She takes a week off, comes back, and then starts banging on about this. It's like, oh my God, really?
Hey,
all right. So
it's what I have to choose from, okay?
Yeah, fair enough. I'll give you that. Teen Titans Academy #6, written by Tim Sheridan, art by Rafa Sandoval, inks by John Tarragona, colors by Ulysses. I'm going to say Ariola. Yes, I said the word. Yes, it sounds like that. Yeah, let's not make a big deal of it. Les Rob Lee. Personally, I have no idea what the hell was going on in this book. So, Freyja, please help me out with this.
So honestly, I don't know what's going on either.
I can chime in. A bit.
Okay. It's the blind leading the blind.
So we actually discussed Teen Titan Academy way back a few months ago with starting with issue number 2. Basically, the original Teen Titans are starting the school where they have been starting the academy. And then they were dealing with something with Red X for a little while. Red X was trying to sabotage things. And then I dropped off after issue 4, and I don't really know what happened in the last issue. And then they went on vacation, quote unquote, here.
I mean, I'm just looking at Freyja right now. It looks like she's got the Red X going on there. Freyja, what?
You're right.
Have you tried Teen Titans, Freyja? Is that why you picked the book? A Red X and green hair. I think you are. You're in the Titans book somewhere.
Hey, my hair is not green.
Your secret identity has been found out.
Yes, I'm Red X. I'm Red X. No, so I picked Teen Titans because he didn't have much to choose from. So I mean, it's just it was either more Batman or more Superman or Wonder Woman. But
we all know how much you love Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So, and this one, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot because it's new characters, which I go on about all the time. If you want diversity and all that stuff, create new characters and make them good because, they're not going to be as popular as the characters who've been around for like 90 years or whatever, obviously. So you got to stick with it. The art, I didn't hate it. Actually, I like some of the designs of the Titans. Do I know their names? No, but
I know one. Greg's the gorilla.
Greg.
Yeah. Greg. There's a baker's shop franchise in the UK called Greg's. So it's like that just stuck in my head. I was like, hey, look at that.
That makes
He's named after a bakery shop. But he isn't. We find out he's named after later, don't we?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that it wasn't a shock to them because it's his uncle, and I'm like, well, you're gonna trust the dude whose uncle's a supervillain? Okay.
Gorilla Greg's been in the issue since book number 1, and so I don't think he's given any cause for them to doubt him.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm I don't know if I'm just weird, but the little Scooby-Doo thing on page 7, it got a little like snicker, like a snort out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't know.
Me too.
I got a
too.
snort, so I'm like, okay, you got me to laugh a little bit, so that's not all right. I did like, and that just brings me to the one character I did like, and it's the one that looks like freaking Sally from, it looks like a puppet or just a doll.
See, I thought that was Ragdoll Boy or Girl.
But his name's something else. It's like
I think it's Patchwork.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I read this book so infrequently. I've just made names for them because you've got Baby Savage Dragon there.
I think Subplot's another one.
Oh.
Kind of like with Freyja, I didn't really pay attention to the characters' names. I didn't, other than Greg, none of their names were sticking.
Yeah, I liked him and his little. I think that's I don't know his name. It's a little werewolf-looking guy with the hawk. Honestly, I was like, I can see these characters growing on me. Because I like them and they have a little thing going on, so I was like, that's cute. But yeah, I was like, if I was a teenager, I possibly would read this. And it's not pretending to be a Black Label book. So
We're not gonna let that go, are we?
No, I'm not. So I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to. Now, did I like it? No, but it was it was very meh. The art style and the artwork, I liked it. I liked the vibrant colors. Now everything pops, and there's no like from a distance faces that I noticed. There may be some that I missed, but like if people are in the distance, they still kind of had faces, and then if they didn't want to draw their faces, it's just the back of their heads, and you didn't see them. And I'm excited for the end because it has Gorilla Grodd. So,
spoilers.
People who watch our show should know that we're gonna ruin things for them anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the book's out already, so.
Yeah, I was like, don't come to these things that talk about comics and expect us not to like. Oh yeah, by the way, the very end, yeah. But yeah, and I'm like, sweet, Gorilla Grodd. Never really see him much anymore. And hopefully the Flash shows up or Kid Flash, but that's asking too much. I doubt it, because like I said, I'm kind of sick of the Trinity of Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. I would like to see Flash show up in some of these other books. I also like how the team is not also associated with the main guys. So I think that's also why I liked it.
Yeah, it's tight.
We may see Kid Flash, because I remember Kid Flash making an appearance in one of the earlier issues. So it may be possible, but
yeah. Well.
All right. Okay. So kind of a meh, some good art.
Yeah.
5 out of 10.
Matthew,
yeah,
you want this?
I think I've interjected pretty much my thoughts on it while we've been going along.
Okay, cool.
I like the artwork. That's just me. I liked it.
Yeah.
If you go back to the page that you were just on, I really liked how it's like dark and gloomy, and then you get to the very last bottom panel, and he's like, overalls.
Yeah.
It just made me giggle a little bit, but
it was cute.
This book's kind of like that daft humor, but it works because it's cute characters.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Lobo book, which for me wasn't funny because it's Lobo just being a douche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I know who these characters are? I have no idea at all. I could not name them if you paid me. Still,
I can name them. It'd be wrong names, but I can name them.
Yeah. That one's Bob. That one's Timmy. That one's
Ricardo.
Greg, I got Greg.
I think the artworks. I think it's fun for what it is, which is a team book. Every character gets some time on the page, on the panels. If you've been reading this from the get-go, then you know what, you're going to enjoy it, because I think it very much continues, if not betters that second issue. Because I think when we looked at it the first time, we weren't overly impressed with it. DC's version of the X-Men, maybe, but generally speaking, if I had the time, I would probably give this book a little bit more attention. And that's probably an indictment both on my time and the fact of so many comic books that are coming out, you know, which we're going to talk about on the last book a little bit. But I think if you've been into this, you're only 6 issues deep into the run, plenty of time to jump on board, see what the fuss is about. Now that the Red X stuff has been solved, it was Freyja. Then
it was all Freyja.
Oh my
gosh. then you know, we get down to some actual genuine, you know, character building rather than just going through the hype machine which got you to buy the book in the first place. So no, I was pleasantly surprised is pretty much where I am on that one. Pleasantly surprised. Cool. So there we are. Right, ad time. What
have we got today?
Well, we have the Jank Think Tank, we have Old Timers, and we have Crisis in the Toyverse.
Ooh.
Take Freyja, you can pick as you weren't here last week.
Think Tank.
Jank Think Tank. Here you go.
Yeah.
It's like you two in cahoots. No kidding, really. You two in cahoots. Yeah. Here we go. It's the Jank Think Tank.
We have our own group chat.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna buy the new like Street Fighter Special Edition Magic cards?
No.
What do you mean no?
No? Did you get the My Little Pony ones?
No, not at all. Josh and I actually discuss all of the upcoming events and sets in one of our next upcoming episodes. So stay tuned and check that out. We discuss, you know, the new Magic sets coming out, new secret layers, along with events. So it's fun. We have fun.
There you go. If Magic the Gathering's your thing, check out the Jank Think Tank. There you go. Cool. Right, next up. Well, the observant of you will have noticed by now that we're down a person. And running the risk of saying something insulting and hurtful, which isn't like me at all.
No.
But for me, it seems like, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think the issue is here that he's done one because he knows how bad this book is that he chose. That's what I'm thinking. He's like, no, I'm not talking about this. I refuse to talk about this.
And he's just dipped. He's like,
yeah.
Guys, I'm
out of here. Right, so here we are. It is a Batman Superman Annual 2021. As you can tell by the lovely colours on the top, it is a digital first book. Right? So thankfully, me in the UK, I don't get to see this because DC Universe app only works in America, nowhere else. DC, sort your shit out. Thank you very much. So Superman story is written by Jean Luan Yang, who also provides the writing for the Batman book. Art for Superman is Francesco Francavilla, who also does the colours. Letters are by ALW's Troy Patiri, who does the letters throughout both sides of this book. The bat art is provided by Paul Pelletier, and inks by Mick Gray, colours by Hi-Fi. Now, you guys know Josh, all right? I've known him for as long as I've been doing this pod. Right? Yeah. So I've known him, what, is that 3 years, 4 years, something like that? You guys have known him a little bit longer than that. So you guys can fight about who wants to talk about this book first. There you go.
Freyja, I think we should go ladies first.
Okay. All right. Well, okay.
But being an honorable knight and
No.
a gentleman, I will do it if you don't want to.
Don't pull the white knight crap. No.
Freyja's
Okay.
animation in a minute's going to pick up a crowbar. Just saying.
If I could, I would pick that sword up off the wall. And no. So yeah, this is just Batman is Superman. Superman's Batman. And so all of Superman's villains are like Lex Luthor is Man-Bat, and okay, it's a thing. I mean, it kind of gave me golden age kind of vibes with the art at the beginning, but then they kind of did that little. I did like the transition. I'll give them that. From the old school where he like flies through with the lady because Bruce is a ladies' man. Flies through the screen. He's like, "Oh, this is the Fortress of Night." Yeah, good. You're still fantastic at naming things.
I was thinking it rhymes with night.
So and then it kind of transitions over. I did like the transition with the film reel of how it goes from like the golden age into like into the current style. And then that's as far as the interest I kept, because I'm like, it's so but they kept the campy style for like how the characters act from, and it's just they're trying to be fun, and I'll give them props for that.
Okay, fair enough.
But
fair
give her a second.
I hated it. At least the faces did not have issues. I don't like Batman as Superman, and I don't like Superman as Batman. It feels wrong, and I hate it, and I hate this book, and I'm angry at Josh for being a pansy and not coming on here so I could yell at him in person. Well, as much as in person as I can do right now. But right. You know what I mean. This is like, at least when I pick bad books, I'm here to like bask in everyone's anger. Like, I hate this so much.
Well, there you go. Matthew?
A lot of the points Frey made, I agree with. I like the transition. I did. I did like the faces. But if they were going to do a Batman Superman swap, if you were going to have Superman as Batman, actually him be like Clark Kent as Batman, and then Bruce Wayne as Superman, instead of just you know what I'm saying, like have Clark Kent in the bat suit and be Batman that way, or instead of just it being Superman taking the spot, just quite literally just and swapping them.
Well, they actually did that in was it the Superman animated series or was it the Batman? Yeah. Where Superman he literally puts on like Bruce is missing and Robin's like, "Hey, I need help finding Bruce," and so he literally just puts on the bat suit, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was like
everyone was terrified.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Like someone went to like shoot him, and he was just like, "Bing, bing, I'm Batman." Just covered him. It was awesome. And so if they had done that with this, I feel like my opinion would be like, oh, it's a 4 out of 10 book, or even a 5 out of 10 book. But the way they went about it, it just really grinded my gears. It didn't sit well with me. So I just
at least the very least they could have put him in the black and silver Superman outfit instead of the vibrant, because that just
it didn't match the color scheme. You have this dark and gloomy, and then Superman.
Yeah, no.
So for me, I agree that the Superman half of this story is the best half. The Frank Avella's work here is very Fleischer Studios. So if you remember that old Superman cartoon, this is what this art kind of reminds me of. As soon as it transitioned, Frey, you're absolutely spot on. It is a really nice transition how to get from one to the other. And as soon as it transitions, I absolutely, and I can't believe I have to say this for a Bat book, I absolutely lost interest. And the reason is very simple, is that, where is it at? Where is it? Batman is out in the daylight. Come on. It's not 60s Batman. If it wants to be 60s Batman, make it 60s Batman. Don't give us this dark, brooding Batman and then stick him in the middle of the day. It's just hodgepodge. The Superman stuff I can deal with because it's got a history with the Fleischer Studios and the art reminds me of that. This is just awful. So, unfortunately, Josh, there you go. That's the end of that book. That was easily done. Whew.
There will be words later.
Yes. In fact, I'm going to say,
Josh and be like, oh.
yeah, I'm going to say this next time, Joshua. We're going to pick your book for you.
Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go.
I have had it. I've had it up to here. We've had Mad Magazine. We've had this. We've had digital books before. Tell you what, Teen Titans Go is on my radar. That comes up, Joshua. Just be warned. All right.
I love how all three of us at the same time were like, Teen Titans Go. This is what you get.
Yeah, cool. And of course, if something serious has happened, then I'll take it back and
all right.
I'll make you read something else totally different. It's fine.
There will be forgiveness if it's something important.
Like emergency.
Yeah. No, we're not all
terrible people.
No,
we're just bad people.
I'm neutral, chaotic.
Oh.
I am lawful chaotic. I have a code. I have like a moral code. What it is, I don't know, but we'll find.
Yeah, at Mass Effect, I shove people out windows and I shoot them randomly.
What? What?
They're just going over your head.
No, I know what neutral chaotic is and all that sort of stuff. I haven't done the test in ages, so I have no idea where I am. But there you go. All right, next up is I suppose it was my choice. I say my choice. It wasn't really a choice because it's the biggie of the week. All right. So Batman Feast Alpha, written by the soon-to-be departing James Tynion IV, art by Riccardo Federici, colors by Chris Sotomayor, who you may remember for being on the Batgirl book a while back. Letters by Clayton. Is there an event that I'm not lettering? Cowles. Right, so I suppose I better kick this one off for us. So Fear State, this is it. It's the big event. Starts here. Something like 32 different books this is going to go across. So you kind of have your work cut out for you if you are going to be buying all of these. I don't know where to start. I really don't know where to start. The art's great. I love the art. I love the painted colours. The colours. I like how the colour style changes from like this really mature painted look. Take no Black Label. Chris Sotomayor should be on the Black Label book. To something where you get the big reveal of bats, or that character there, the Peacekeeper one. He's all like Cam Kennedy out kind of thing. Do you remember Cam Kennedy for the Star Wars book years ago? Story-wise, this book's just a running advert for all the other books that's going to come out of this. Every book and character that's going to feature in Fear State, excuse me, gets a little bit of a spotlight to shine. You've got Harley, you've got Ivy, you've got Catwoman, you've got Montoya, you've got Scarecrow, you've got Batgirl and the Batgirls, Oracle and the Batgirls. You know, all these characters are going to have a part to play. This book is just a running advert to show you where this is going to go. And you know what? I expected a little bit more from Tynion, to be honest. I think, his work on Batman's been absolutely brilliant so far. Maybe this is why he's leaving. Maybe he's had enough. I don't like the fact they have to spend a whole page telling us who the Scarecrow is and how he became a criminal. You know what? There's nobody new buying comic books. It's all fans who know this stuff already. Don't waste a page. Give us a page of storytelling instead, please. I already know this. but for what it is, as an advert, has it got me intrigued for the rest of the series? Yes, I think. 32 books is a lot to go through, and that's going to cover like books like Harley that I'm not reading. So, and of course, it's got the next. Of course, it's got the next Batman in, which grinds my gears already.
Can we just hang out here for a second?
Dadass.
Is there any particular reason?
No.
Dadass. It's quite shapely. It's nice.
It's nice. It is a nice book.
We're talking about artwork here.
It's nice.
It's really well done. It's really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works. So yeah, this is kind of mixed bag for me. Part of it is because obviously, as you can tell by my long flowing locks, and of course I'm an old timer. I've been reading comics for ages, so you know what? When I come across a book that is just pure advert for stuff, it does grip my gears a little bit, I'm afraid. But, we'll see how it goes. 32 issues is a lot, though. Freyja, what do you think? Do you want to go back to that?
So honestly, I don't really have any major complaints about the art. I really liked it. I like the coloring. I like the design.
Dadass.
But I hate that Catwoman costume. I hate it so much. I will never stop saying how much I hate the armpit breathers.
Yeah, but look at the bum you get when wearing it.
I don't care. We got the nasty armpit things. It just makes me feel like she's gonna have like a bush of armpit hair under there, and it's just every time I see it.
She's not European.
Well, you said it, not me, and you're European, so.
Hey, I'm not European. We left.
Oh right, you guys did your whole Brexit thing.
Yeah.
Well, I do like Ivy's queen change. I like this outfit. I really like that design.
Remember, it's only part of Ivy. Remember?
I know it's part of Ivy, but she's split in two like freaking plants. I get it. Is this evil Ivy or is this good Ivy? Because I really don't want her to become a good guy. I'm sick of the villains becoming good guys. They're villains. We'll keep them alone. Just keep them villains. I always liked Ivy, so we'll see. Story-wise, I usually, for these books, I give them about 2 issues. And then I'll say if they're crap or not, story-wise. I agree with the Scarecrow thing. We don't need another origin story. We have Google. We have the internet. If we want to know how a villain became a villain, we will Google it. You don't need to tell. It's like retelling how freaking Spider-Man became Spider-Man. We get it. Right? He got bit by a spider. Stop retelling the Spider-Man origin. I think it's been more done than freaking Bruce's parents getting shot.
Or Jason Todd getting crowbarred.
Not Jason Todd,
I never get tired of Jason Todd getting crowbarred.
I do. He deserves better.
But it's annoying. You guys need to stop doing that. I know you're doing it just to fill pages. Stop it. It's not cool. No one likes it.
They may have to. They may have like a certain set number of pages that they have to fill. And
so then actually do some creativity and write some more story. Okay.
What she said. What she said.
If your story can't even fill 1 issue, because we know they're gonna have pacing issues, because they always have pacing issues. It's gonna drag and nothing's gonna happen for 3 issues, and then all of a sudden everything's gonna be rushed in the last 2 issues because their pacing sucks. And it's because of crap like this where they have to retell the origin of a supervillain that no one cares about or they already know about because this villain's been around for over 80 years or 90 years. Everyone knows who freaking Scarecrow is. We even got a movie with the origins of Scarecrow, and I like that Scarecrow with The Dark Knight. But so even young kids know who freaking Scarecrow is. We have animated TV shows that they watch. They know the villains, okay? Kids are going to watch the TV shows before they get into the comics, all right? So if you want to do origins, do it there. But anyway, I digress. I'm happy it's Scarecrow and not Joker.
Right.
But we have Harley. And we have, what the crap are they called? The Unsanes or something?
The Insanities.
do people? They just need like a name generator because those things come up with better names than like apparently the people at DC do, because that's the dumbest name for a group I've ever.
That's just insane, isn't it?
It's like Batmania. What was it? What was the Bat Metal?
Oh,
called?
don't trigger
Bat metal.
Batmania.
Batmanium.
Yeah.
Batmanium.
It's like unobtainable or unobtainium. I'm like,
Jeremy, why are you saying this to me? You know it, right? Oh,
because
there's this metal on this planet. It's very hard to get. We'll call it unobtainium.
unobtainium. Oh,
no shit.
oh.
Yep.
It's just, and you're supposed to be the creative ones, guys. Come on. This is why people make fun of you, because it's stupid crap like this. You know, if a name generator can come up with a better name, there's an issue. But I'm happy. I kind of actually, what was his name? I'm terrible with remembering characters' names. That guy, yeah.
Sean.
Peacekeeper 1.
Peacekeeper 1. Yeah, I'm kind of. I want to see what they do with him. Let's see, because I like the not so used characters being used.
Mm-hmm. I like Peacekeeper as a character. I like his design.
Yeah,
I like
he looks
how
cool.
in Future State he and Jason Todd have a thing. Not like a
Oh.
thing, but
I
like,
tell you what,
It's like Jason
not like
Todd's fine now,
not
too?
like a thing or a fling, but like they work together for the magistrate.
Okay. Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. But yeah, so I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with him.
Freyja got her hopes up where she was like, Jason Todd, Peacekeeper, what? A thing?
A thing? Really? Nah. Oh, also, I feel like DC, I know it's not true because I'm a very unimportant person, but they don't have symbols, but instead they put bats for the swearing. And I feel like they're doing that to piss me off.
Well, on this page, I'm sorry to interject, but I'm glad somebody said that was Montoya, because I didn't know who she was.
No.
Because Montoya's supposed to be Hispanic or Latino, right? And that does not look like any Latino Hispanic person I've seen ever. So, so I'm glad they said. I'm glad they said the name, so I knew who they were talking.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't look like Montoya. That's for sure. She does look like a Hispanic lady I work with. But
there you go then.
That's not, and I just want to scream at whoever thought that a white or a green blazer with purple pants was a good idea, because it's not, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Don't tell the Joker. Don't tell the Joker.
Yeah, don't tell the Joker that, Freyja.
Yeah,
well, the Joker's supposed to look like a clown. Montoya's not.
Fair, but
harsh but true. Harsh but true.
So I'm very angry about the stupid bats, because now it makes it seem childish, and if you're trying to, it just takes me. That's the whole thing with symbol swearing that really bothers me. It takes me out of it, because you're trying to make it seem serious and whatnot, and then let's throw some like symbols in, because we're gonna remind you that we have to keep a PG rating. And it's annoying. I'm like, here's the thing: if you want them to swear, just use the kid swears, since you can't swear, or just use different words and don't have them swear at all. It's not that hard to do. People can speak without swearing. I have jobs that don't allow me to swear, so it's possible to have a conversation without swearing.
God damn.
But yeah, I feel like they're trying to spite me with the stupid bats now, so that's something else. But like I said, I'm no importance.
All right, okay. Well, you're important to us, Freyja.
Oh well, I know.
Important to us. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're here.
Matthew, what do you think of this book?
I have one thing to go over that hasn't been discussed already. It's on the clock tower scene. Can you scroll over?
And what? That one?
There, that one.
It's like
Jason Todd looking good right there. I like the Jason Todd outfit right there.
You know who's also looking good? Dick Grayson.
Look,
Steph's looking great.
Yeah.
That family looking good. Family looking good. But seriously though, I love that outfit for the Red Hood character. Just the nose down mask and the hood, instead of it just being the full cowl.
Yeah, it is a good redesign. I will give him
Because
that.
with the full cowl, you know, the whole Arkham Knight style gives me way too much Iron Man ripoff vibes, whereas just the nose down mask and the hood, I love that design. We saw it with the Outlaws, or not the Outlaws, the when he
Yeah, you're
went
right.
when he went west. Was that the beginning of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Outlaws?
Yeah, it
Okay,
was,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
You're right.
Love that design. Love that design. So artwork's great. I'm kind of with Freyja on this one. I'll give it 1 or 2 more issues before I see if I want to continue it or just
Try and avoid it because it's 32 issues long. You know what I'm saying? It's across
Yeah.
all the bad books. It's going to be in Catwoman. It's in Harley. It's in Nightwing. It's in the next Batman. It's in Batman. It's in Detective.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now
Don't,
we have read bits of Future State, and so this gave me like prequel vibes for that. So I thought that was kind of
Definitely.
an interesting
Yeah.
interesting thing. So I can take it or leave it, but I do love the artwork on it.
Okay.
Thought it was really well done, especially in certain scenes.
yeah. Don't you just
Um,
miss when event books were just event books and they didn't have all these millions of side books you had to buy?
Do you know what I miss? I miss just picking up a comic book and it being like 2 issues long and enjoying the story without having to worry about anything else.
Yeah, just small
Yeah.
arcs.
Yeah. You know, it's like, I think someone alludes to this in this actual book. It's like not that long ago we went through the Joker War, and before that it was City of Bane. It's like these. If you wanted to put some sort of reality into this is like supposedly City of Bane lasted a week, then Joker War lasted a couple of weeks. Now we're into this, and that's practically a month in comic book time. It's like, come on, you know. Surely not every night that Batman goes out to fight crime is going to be the world's going to end.
I thought most nights he was just picking up muggers. Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
I've never seen him pick
muggers
up
or picking up honeys, depending on what.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've never seen
Like-
him stop a mugging since 1994.
like Batman and Robin when Robin steals the Batmobile and he goes and picks up some hookers.
All right, so there is something to be said for this week's books before we go along. One thing that I can say that I thoroughly enjoyed is this. There you go. This is teased in Batman Urban Legends number 6. Yes, there was more to the story than just Tim Drake going on a boy date. This is Deathstroke Inc. It's teaming Black Canary up with Deathstroke as they go on sort of nefarious missions. New ongoing series. Check it out. Joshua Williamson, who's killing it at the minute, and of course Howard Porter. You've seen his work on Justice League as well as The Flash previously. So check it out. Black Canary, the Leotard, and the Fishnets.
We all know the real reason why Johnny loves this right here, and that's
Fishnet.
simply for the fishnets.
Fishnet.
Johnny,
She is looking good. She is looking good.
I'm just. You guys have just been perving over Catwoman's ass, so you're not like. No.
Look, we weren't judging. We were just stating the fact.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever. Be like that then. So hopefully that's when that comes around, we'll have a look at that book because I think that the teaser in Urban Legends 6 was absolutely brilliant. Again, written by Joshua Williamson. That had art by Trevor Hairsine, so go check that out if you get a chance. Good luck, because that book, because of the Tim Drake thing, is absolutely bonkers price in the secondhand market right now. But there you go.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. We are done. That's us. Another episode done and done. Freyja, thank you very much.
No problem. I always have fun ripping things apart.
Oh yeah, it's cool. What can I say? Well, if they give us better books, right?
Yeah, I would be happy. I like being happy about things I read.
Cool. Just don't read Marvel then, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, I don't. I don't.
What?
Trust me, I don't.
Don't read migraines. Do we have a K-pop Cosmos coming up?
I was really thinking about it. I was thinking about it, so maybe. Who knows? It might be a surprise for Christmas.
Woohoo! There you go. Or Halloween.
Or Halloween, spooky Halloween time.
Yes, Halloween is a lot sooner, so go for that.
We'll see.
And of course, don't forget to check out the UCPN for all your other shows, including Matthew.
The Jank Think Tank, where me and Josh talk about all sorts of cards, combos, and deck techs for Magic the Gathering. It's a lot of fun.
And if you understood all that jargon, that's the show for you. And of course, check out our sister show, the No Price Podcast, for everything that's migraine. And if you're feeling nostalgic and you want to check out books from yesteryear, check out the Old Timers Comic Book Show, where the hosts aren't old, but the comics most certainly are. All right. Excellent. So that's us done. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I will see you all next time with more books.
Bye.
Bye.
Got it.